In case you missed it, on a random Saturday, Alex Hormozi blew the entire info product market space out of the water by releasing his brand new book, $100 million Money Models, and in doing so, made $77 million in just 24 hours. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how he was able to do so. So according to the live streams, as of me recording this video, Alex Hormozi has sold 3 million copies of his book. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. Anyone that's been around the dropshipping and e-com space, as I have, you know, these numbers that tick up can be a complete fugazi. It could be waffle.
Yeah, fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy.
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? He has sold 3 million copies, which is a staggeringly large number for around 24 to 48 hours. And this all comes from using YouTube as a funnel. You see, Hormozi live streamed the entire event on YouTube. In the lead up, he was giving webinar tickets, so you could join a webinar for free. And what happened is, during the stream, people on the webinar, their face cams were shown in the background while he was giving the full stream. But despite that, anyone that couldn't be bothered to join a webinar or missed it, I don't know how you could miss it with the amount of updates and ads he was putting out there, they were still able to watch the live stream on YouTube, just like I was doing so. And what this meant is he was able to use his entire YouTube audience as a funnel for his products. And Hormozi gives the big speech about nothing to sell, I give information for free, I charge for implementation, yet he had a massive upsell of around $6,000 for not only the book, but 12 playbooks, so physical copies of extra books beyond just money models, plus live implementation workshop, lifetime access to $100 million AI, which I have no clue what that was. Plus, they could give away 199 physical copies. And this was a genius part because it meant that businesses could buy 200 books with this upsell and then give them away to their employees, their audience, etc., bringing more people into the Alex Hormozi audience and Alex Hormozi cult. And why this was so powerful is because his event appealed to basically all corners of the globe, right? So if you joined the webinar, you got a free gift. Just for joining the event, putting your email down and showing up, you got a free gift. If you wanted to get the book, you could spend $30 and do so. The lowest possible entry price into paying for something that Alex Hormozi provides is the book for just 30 bucks. Then if you're willing to spend $6,000, you get 200 books plus extra products. Then once you spend $6,000 and only doing so, you could then spend $18,000 on top and get 6 months of coaching. So can you see throughout this whole process, Alex Hormozi appealed to every single person? Because when it comes to selling, there's different ends of the spectrum. There are the people that are flat out broke. They cannot afford coaching, they can't afford the upsells, they can't even afford the $30 book, but they want to come away with something so at least they feel like it was worth their time. So Alex Hormozi in the live stream gave away free products, gave away free gifts. So everyone that came at least felt like they got something even if they spent no money. But on the other side, you've got the ultra rich people, Alex Becker for example, ultra rich. These people are not going to be satisfied going to a live stream and just having free gifts. They want to spend money, they want to spend time around Alex Hormozi, and they want to feel that they can spend something and worthwhile they get a return on their investment. And so therefore, by providing all these different options, Alex Hormozi appealed to every end of the spectrum. The people that bought the 200 books for 6K, then bought the $18,000 upsell, they're happy. Equally, the people that couldn't afford that but got the free gifts, they're happy. And this is the big part if you're running an event, info yourself, right? You've got to make sure you appeal to all ends of the spectrum, because when it comes to your audience, yes, it's great targeting only high ticket offers for the top 1%, but you marginalize the 99% of your audience. And if you're doing stuff right in the way you're providing information, those 99% that can't afford your services right now, one day they will be able to afford your services. And if you've marginalized them from the get-go, they're not going to want to spend money with you. Whereas if you bring them up throughout the journey, you nurture them throughout, then when they get to a position where they're able to spend money 1 year, 2 years down the line, they'll be like, you know what? This YouTuber, this content creator throughout helped me in the journey. Now when I'm ready to spend money, I want to go with him as my coach. So you can see the full journey is important here. Alex Hormozi does not neglect the people down this end of the spectrum that have no money to spend, because although they have no money to spend, he's banking on 1-2% of those people going all the way through the journey and then getting to a stage where they are able to invest with Hormozi. You know what? Hormozi looked out for me when I was down here on the spectrum. Now when I'm up here, I want to invest in his coaching. Equally, if you're already up there, you've got money to spend, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity either, and Alex Hormozi caters to these people as well. We've given away 200 books. Alex Hormozi basically gave everyone the opportunity to market this. This guy, for example, Kevin, I bought 199 copies of Hormozi's book. If you want it, just follow me, retweet, and comment free. He just got a bunch of followers, a bunch of people commenting on this post to give away some books because he spent 6K. Not only that, he gets in the algorithm, more people thinking, who's Hormozi? Who's Alex Hormozi? More people buy the book, they're thinking, oh, I've got this book for free, I just have to pay for shipping. This book's interesting. This guy actually knows what he's talking about. Search him up some more. It's just a massive marketing genius play by Alex Hormozi and his team behind him that have enabled them to do this, basically, because I've never seen anyone do this before. You spend 6K and you can give away 200 books, and they help you give the books away as well. They have a sales team that will help you if you're struggling to give away the books on your own behalf. But not just this, Alex Hormozi is not afraid to use a loudspeaker and push that marketing message out as much as possible. You see, if you're like me, even if you watch Alex Hormozi on YouTube, doesn't matter. The point is, he was everywhere. Every time I opened Instagram, I had an ad from him. Whether it was him with the people in the green ghillie suits showcasing the book, whether it was him punching through some cardboard boxes saying he's got a book coming out. He was everywhere. The ad budget must have been ridiculous. Not just that, if you join his email list, he would email you every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour leading up to the book event. You could not miss it. He was annoying, but inevitable. And this is the thing, because I see a lot of people in the info space, a lot of people, coaches, consultants, they're worried about spam emailing because they become annoying. And yes, absolutely, I don't recommend doing this every single day. But the point is, it gets to a point where if you do so much outreach, so much talking about it, it's got to be good. It's like that friend that talks to you saying, you've got to try out this restaurant. You have to try it. You have to eat there. Eventually, you're going to be like, you know what? This guy's been telling me to go to this restaurant for 6 months now. I've not listened. It's got to be good. There's no way he keeps banging on about it if it's not going to be good. And this is the point. Like, if you put your marketing message out there on all fronts and you're unapologetic about the way you do it, you're going to get to a point where people think, you know what? This guy's putting so much effort into his marketing message. Everyone's talking about it. Surely it's got to be good. There's no way he put this much effort in it if it's not good. So that's what you kind of need to do. Like, if you stand by your message, if you stand by what you teach, what you preach, then who's to say that you are being a little bit annoying? But at the same time, I'd rather that and then justify it by having a good quality, top quality event where everyone's happy versus not doing any marketing, then worried because, oh, people aren't joining because I didn't want to be annoying. Be annoying, but justify it with a top quality event. And this tweet also sums up everything that I've said so far and the biggest icing on the cake. And to be honest, not just the icing on the cake, I actually want to go a step further than that and say that the reason that Alex Hormozi was able to turn a random Saturday live stream into one of the biggest in the info space. Another crazy thing about what Hormozi just did is that it's completely under the radar. Go search his name and news and there's nothing about the book launch or the record for fastest selling non-fiction books of all time. Crickets. Alex has built a huge personal brand and massive following and an impossible to ignore marketing machine if you're in his target demo. For 99% of people on planet Earth though, the name Alex Hormozi means nothing. They literally have no idea who he is, probably a lesson in there somewhere. Now, of these 4 lines, there was one line in particular that really came out to me, and it was this part right here about building a personal brand, because this is something that I do myself, and I help clients build personal brands one-on-one through YouTube coaching, because it is entirely what made this possible. You see, you don't need to be a billionaire. You don't need to have billions of followers. You just need to have followers in the target demo and have a strong personal brand, and this is entirely possible. You see, if you look at YouTube, it just outranks every other social media on the planet. The personal brand you can build by dropping 10, 15, 30-minute YouTube videos, I'm sorry, but it just cannot compare to TikTok, Instagram, where you're dropping 45, 60-second sales shorts. Like, if you want to build a strong personal brand and become an authority in your niche, you cannot neglect YouTube. There's no two ways about it. And the way I know that's the case is because when you look at the info space, when you look at people that are big in the make money online space, a lot of times, most people, unless you're really well versed in the area, you're going to label people like Alex Hormozi. You're going to label people like Iman Gadzhi, potentially Dan Martell. Why? Because they've got prominent YouTube channels. When you think of the info space people that give away info, you think about the YouTubers that do so. You don't think about the TikTokers. You don't think about the Instagrams that do so. You don't really think about the Twitter people that do so. You think about YouTubers because there's something different about building a YouTube personal brand. It's your digital real estate on this planet. You see, even myself with around 40,000 subscribers on my main YouTube channel and not getting millions of views per video, but getting the right targeted views, I've been able to turn that into co-owning my own software, which I've got a significant equity stake in without needing to invest a single penny. I got invited to join along this team because my knowledge in the area and because of my marketing and because of the authority I was in my niche, did not need to invest a single penny. So there's common misconceptions. They think you need millions of followers, you need to be an expert in your field, you have to be a millionaire, and you have to hire some kind of YouTube team and videos that take hours. But in reality, that is just not the case. You see, when I started my YouTube channel in 2022, I did not have a clue what I was doing. You can see, for these first 12, 18 months, I was just messing around, just posting random videos, not a clue. Then things started to click and I really started to take off and build a targeted audience and grew to around 3 million views, 38,000 subscribers, and around $20,000 in YouTube AdSense. But that's not the key part. You see, $20,000 in AdSense is nothing, absolute tip of the iceberg. What really happens is you turn those views into external monetization opportunities, and that's what Alex Hormozi's done. You see, that live stream may have made him $10,000 in AdSense, maybe $15,000 at a push, but he made $77 million with that live stream. Why? Because external monetization opportunities. And I hope I've shown you my opportunities, because all of this is money I've made through sales, through my YouTube channel. You don't need millions of followers. You just need the right strategy to be able to turn those views and turn those views into income so you can make money and build businesses, because that's exactly what I do. I build YouTube channels, which then in turn funnel businesses and 7-figure businesses at that. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can check out the first link in the description or in the pinned comment, which will take you to this explained video, or basically show who I can and can't help when it comes to building a YouTube personal brand. And then you can book in a free strategy call with myself where we can discuss exactly what to do to build a personal brand for your YouTube channel, so you know the right steps to take. Basically, it's a one-on-one coaching, so like you know the right steps to take to be able to turn your YouTube channel into views, and importantly, turn those views into income for yourself. And that all sounds great, and I heavily encourage you doing so if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, coach, consultant, wants to build a YouTube personal brand like Alex Hormozi's done. But if you're still not quite convinced, what you should do is check out the video right beside me, because I detailed how me, as a small minnow compared to Alex Hormozi, Imam Ghazi of this space, was still able to generate over $45,000 with just one YouTube video on my channel. I'm not lying, $45,000 with just one video. You've got to check out the video right beside me.